Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a quote from Kai Cenat from a recent stream that has kind of gone viral online. It's kind of, I think, part of this like more noticeable trend recently where people, I think, are getting a lot more comfortable with like disrespecting PewDiePie and like kind of slandering his legacy. Now, Kai Cenat was somewhat
Whoa. I haven't seen anybody really slandering PewDiePie. I haven't.
Respectful about it, in my opinion. I mean, he just voiced his own personal opinion here, but I figured this was something I wanted to talk about because outside of just Kai Cenat, this is more of a like very recent trend I've noticed on social media where people are like trying to downplay PewDiePie, like the importance that he had on YouTube and just content creation in general, internet culture, all kinds of different things.
Bro, PewDiePie was carrying the whole gaming culture. What, you know what I'm saying? Back then, that dude was killing it. I don't see anybody can take away from that. Like, I mean, he definitely was one of the forefronts of people who was leading, especially with gaming content.
Right? It really seems like people are kind of trying to rewrite social media history here. It's very weird. I've been doing YouTube for 13 years now. Well, it'll be 13 years next month, actually. And there's never been a time in that period where like PewDiePie wasn't massive, wasn't this huge influence, right? So I kind of have like a pretty knowledgeable past on this.
Yeah, that's a little extreme though. I'm a player, but that's a little extreme. I don't think people are trying to rewrite it. It's just people have takes. You got a platform, they're going to have their own takes and their own perspective. And maybe, you know, PewDiePie wasn't something for Kai Cenat at that time as far as like his main influencer that he watched like that. But like I said, I haven't seen the clip. Hopefully he plays the clip or like reads the quote. So let's see.
Kind of thing, right? I've been on this platform for quite some time. Obviously, a lot of the people I think who are saying this, I think are younger. I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. Yeah, I think a lot of these people are just younger or they didn't watch YouTube in its prime, shit like that, right? And as a result, they really just don't get it. Or also, I think a lot of it is people kind of only know, some of these people at least only really know PewDiePie from the infamous like N-word clip and shit like that. So I think a lot of people have this like misconception on what PewDiePie is.
I want to know where is it at though? Like, hopefully, okay, here's the clip. I want to see the clip.
And get into the video.
This may be an L take, and I apologize in advance.
Oh,
but
shit.
I couldn't see how niggas.
Okay, when you start off with, you said this might be an L take. He kind of think about like, man, this might not even be something that I should probably be saying. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, bro, this might get me flamed. So, oh shit. All right, here we go.
It's a PewDiePie. I'm sorry. Nah, I agree.
Get into the video.
This may be an L take, and I apologize in advance. But I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree. I feel like I didn't watch him. When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L take though. You feel me?
It be like that sometimes, but everybody's not for everybody. Cause some niggas might say that about you.
Not facts.
It be like that.
Not for me personally though. I don't know.
Yo, and to be honest, I'm glad that Optimus left that clip in there at the end, and where it talks about the other dude was referring like, hey, you know, and if other people might fight vice versa about you, Kai. And Kai admitted, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how it is. Like, it's his opinion. I don't get it, man. Like, okay, I understand. It's one thing downplaying someone, but I don't think, okay. Well, he is huge, and you are kind of starting a war when you kind of influencing your audience to not like somebody, but I think he could have reworded that well. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just in the heat of the moment. He could have definitely reworded that, but yeah, that didn't look good. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. That did not look good at all.
All right, so like I said, I thought it was somewhat polite. I mean, there's a lot worse he could have said. He could have came on here like, man, fuck PewDiePie. He sucks. His content's garbage. I hate that guy. He didn't do any of that, right? But people kind of took this as disrespectful because it's kind of like questioning the validity of like, oh, I don't know how people watched PewDiePie. I never got into him, whatever, right? I mean, it is his own personal opinion. Not everybody grew up watching PewDiePie, obviously. But like I said,
they in a different realm too now. We got to understand this. Kai Cenat and PewDiePie are in different realms when it comes to social media and influence, right? Like, he's kind of like looking at like, yo, I'm trying to be in that realm of the tier, or I am in that, right? And as far as content creators, we have to understand that there's just different tiers to it. It's different levels. And I mean, he might see himself as like up there, you know, with PewDiePie. Like, you know, I've done a lot now recently. You know, nowadays with music and content is more so what you have done for me right now. That's how people see it. What have you done for me right now, especially the young generation? But yeah, Kai Cenat is younger, so he's the newer generation when it comes to being the big influence. But we're not gonna downplay PewDiePie. PewDiePie definitely has did a lot when it came to gaming, reactions and stuff like that. You know, he's one of the forefronts. So we can't ignore that at all and downplay it. But yeah, he's a different cup of tea. You know, I don't watch all his content, but there's some content that is freaking hilarious from him. And there's content from Kai Cenat that is freaking hilarious from him.
Like 2024, I noticed it a lot, but now I'm starting to notice it way more, right? People don't really respect PewDiePie anymore. And I think some of it is also now because he uploads a lot more sporadically, so he's not the like powerhouse influence that he once was. Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's kind of just ignorant and ridiculous to downplay.
Yo, PewDiePie, you just need to pop out and show dudes, man. That's what you gotta do, man. Just pop out, remind them niggas
what kind of impact that he had and why he was so popular. So to a lot of people, myself included, I think PewDiePie represents the golden age of YouTube, which is something that we haven't lived in for a long time here. I mean, to me, the golden age of YouTube was from inception to about 2015, 2016. That was when YouTube was at its best. I think the content was at its best. The people on the platform was at its best. The company itself was at its best. Things were just way different back then, right?
Bro, I wish I would have literally stayed on YouTube around that time, because it really was its best, and it still is. Like, there's a lot of opportunity now, but you gotta work really hard. Like, I'm talking about, like, bro, I put out so much content on the channel and still experimenting, still trying to learn, still trying to get better. It's a never-ending process. And, you know, back then it was a little bit easier because there wasn't as much competition, right? And the barrier entry was, it wasn't like, it was harder to get in with the equipments and stuff like that. But if you win, you're in. You know what I'm saying? You were able to grow and get you a platform now because everyone has such more access to like AI, their phones and all that stuff. It does kind of make it a little hard because people don't have as much time to just watch everybody's content. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, I feel like there's still a lot of great opportunity, and people who never had a channel within the past 3 years blew up and now have million subscribers and have changed your lives. So, you know, there's vice versa things, but just keep going. I'm also not going to react to the whole thing, just letting you guys know at the head of time. I'm going to react to a little bit more of this because he's, you know, showcased the clip and all that and talked about it, and I just want to hear his perspective, and then I'm going to credit his video at the end so you can click on and watch the whole thing.
For people like PewDiePie, they kind of paved the way for everybody else, Kai Cenat included here, right?
Facts.
Now, Kai Cenat has gotten famous from streaming himself playing video games and shit like that. And of course, that's kind of always existed to a certain extent.
Wait. Okay. Now, on the defense of Kai Cenat, I do have to say this, bro. He didn't just blow up just streaming video games. Like, he blew up streaming and making IRL content as well. You know what I'm saying? How he actually blew up is he was chilling, and he probably was playing, but I think he was chilling, right? Chatting, and then freaking Rat came across the floor, and that clip went viral. You know what I'm saying? He was doing skits before that on YouTube. So, you know, I just want to say, like, yes, he plays video games and streams, but he did other things too on the streaming, and that's how he was able to cultivate and build his audience. And yeah, just keep going.
And except for like the first few years, obviously, of the internet and shit like that, but PewDiePie,
and I don't think he actually really watched PewDiePie like that. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna end it out. I don't really think he really watched PewDiePie like that. I think that he watched other people. Like, one of the people he said he watched a lot was DDG. You know, that was his, at that time, hero content creator. His influencer that he was watching like nonstop. Him, I think he said, who else it was? It was somebody else that he watched, but for sure DDG. So But yeah, I mean, he has some interesting takes. I'm not gonna watch his whole video because I want him to be able to have his own credit of the channel. Link in the descriptions for you guys to go check out itself. I think he made some good points here, and shout out to you, Optimus. All right, see y'all next one.